All right, so we're in the dead of April. Actually, it's only the second day of April as I'm recording this, but hey, it feels like it's been a month already. So we're in the middle of quarantine, and you're probably exhausting most of the shows on Netflix and Hulu and streaming, but one of the shows you probably haven't tried yet, and if you have tried it, then you probably agree with everything I say. If you haven't tried it yet, here are the top 5 reasons you should watch Outlander during the quarantine. Number 5, escapism. It has time travel, and it's not like bullshit time travel where they're just like willy-nilly going through different time things. No, this is like legitimate time travel where they travel very quickly one time, and there's only a couple times when it happens just in general. It's not like this huge magical fantasy like thing. It's just the time travel. That's the only magic that's really involved in the show, and I think that's important because it lets you escape. There's a level of escapism from, this quarantine that we're in, but you're not like in this weird magical fantasy world. You're just in this like lovely 1700s. There's war going on, but that's part of the fun, okay? So, number 5, escapism. Also, you're gonna be in the Scottish countryside, galloping across the Scottish Highlands. Who doesn't want to be doing that? Probably a lot of people, but at the very least, it's really fun to watch other people do that. The number 4 reason you should watch Outlander, kilts. I feel like I don't need to back that one up, but I will. Okay, there's a lot of dudes in kilts. I did not realize initially how attractive men's thighs, like the men's thighs, just like the 3 inches above their knee could be. I did not know it was an erotic piece of the body, but it is. And look, dudes, I don't want to lose you. Here's the thing. While there are kilts, there are also a lot of very low cut tops. There's a lot of boobs getting like spilling over. So there's that. The kilts, I think, are a real selling point that get undervalued. The number 3 reason that you should be watching Outlander during the quarantine is romance and sex. Okay, we'll start with the romance. It is a romantic show, but hey, stay with me. It's not all about romance. It's about love and loving more than one person and the complexities. It is a complicated romantic story that is not only about the romance. And here's the fun part, there's also sex. And they are good sex scenes too. This isn't some of this bullshit, like it's 1 second or we only see it from the male gaze. No, these are some legitimate sex scenes and they are good, all right? You see boobs. You see a lot of butts. Specifically, you see a lot of man butts, clenched buttocks. I mean, come on. You also see back scars. That's the teaser. What does that mean? You'll find out. 2 reason why you should be watching Outlander, specifically during the quarantine, but also you really should be watching it anytime. The number 2 reason is cinematography and soundtrack. Okay, so most of the time in TV shows, we don't see the cinematography that we normally do in movies, right? Not in this case. It is stunning. The use of color is something that I have never seen on TV before. It is fantastic. It's beautifully done. The soundtrack is something that makes you feel things you didn't even know you could feel. So that cold, dead soul inside you, it will become awoke by one Mr. Bear McCreary. Have you ever heard of him? Probably not. Maybe if you like soundtracks a lot, you have. He has done some wonderful music. I can't emphasize enough, the soundtrack helps add to that feeling of escapism. You are in 1700s Scotland. The number 1 reason you should be watching Outlander during the quarantine is because it is some phenomenal storytelling. The way that these storylines are woven together, and you come back and then you jump forward and you realize how everything is intertwined. And again, I can't emphasize enough, this is not a lot of jumping back and forth with time travel. It's just complex, thoughtful, well done storytelling. And hey, if you loved Game of Thrones, this has a lot of the same things, minus all those fucking dragons. Right? We've got the medieval, well, it's not medieval, I guess. It's 1700s. So there's like castles, and that's cool. And there's fighting, and that's cool. And there's intrigue, and there's politics, and they go to France at some point. It's super good. It's complex, it's interesting, it keeps you engaged, and it makes you feel a lot of things. I rarely cry at TV. I cry at this show all the time. And I also laugh. I laugh like I don't laugh. Well, okay. I mean, I don't laugh a ton on it, but it's so good. So if you need something to escape the ridiculousness of this quarantine, or also maybe you just want to watch an awesome show that has hot people, it has sex, it has beautiful scenery, it has excellent music, complex storytelling, and it helps you escape, Outlander is the show for you. It's on Netflix, the first 3 seasons. The current season is currently on, and I'm going to be recapping all of them. Watch it.